Hi, I'm Healing Means. Welcome to my channel and welcome to a natural hair video. Ladies and gentlemen, I know I look crazy. I know. This is castor oil. This is castor oil to protect my skin for today's natural hair treatment, which is going to be applying henna and indigo to my hair. Now, the reason why I'm doing this is to darken the color of my hair to a very dark brown, even black if I can get it, and to cover my grays because they're not growing in the way that I want them to grow in. I do not want to completely get rid of my grays or dye them out of existence or whatever. I just want them to grow in a certain way, and it's not there yet. So I'm going to bide my time over the next however long of covering the grays with the henna and the indigo until they get to be like I want them to be, y'all. And then I'm just going to let them go. I recorded 2 YouTube shorts, so make sure you check them out to see what ingredients I use, how I mixed it, blah, 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 this and that. Your girl always got something to do, namely picking up my car from the shop. And it's supposed to be ready probably in less than 2 hours. So I need to hurry up and apply this henna and indigo mix so I can wrap up my hair. Y'all, I'm going to wrap it up all the way. Wearing a sweatshirt with a hoodie. Because when I pick up my car, I definitely do not want any of this mix to touch any part of my car. I have my cape on. Y'all see, I have my gloves. I already washed my hair. I have sectioned it. It's dry right now. I have my spray bottle, which has water and diluted tea in it. The tea which I used to mix my henna treatment earlier. This is the mix. Y'all know these my little Temu gloves. I still shop at Temu, but I haven't done a purchase in a while. But y'all, I use the stuff that I buy from Temu. Because I've already done this before, make sure you check out my series of videos, YouTube shorts, and community posts. The first time I did the henna and indigo treatment on my hair, I think I'm only going to record one section on camera, and then I might come back and just show you when I have it fully applied. That'll make the video shorter. It'll make it more likely that I can get it edited and uploaded today or by tomorrow at the latest. And then so y'all, I can pick up my car on time. I'm going to pick this section right here. And y'all, I'm sorry for all of the noise. That's another reason why I think I'm only going to do one section on camera. Because this is a lot. This is a lot of noise. I'm going to spray my hair down. And like I said, I don't want it like dripping, soaking wet. But it has gotten very dry. And I don't want it to be dry. I was going to be doing the next alphabet series video, letter H, herbal essences, all that kind of stuff. But, y'all, I've been looking at these grays for like a couple weeks. And they're like, you know what? We need to be covered. And I was like, you know what? Yeah, you do. I am really going to do little section by section. Y'all, look at that. Little section by little section. Yeah, we're going to get it all. We're going to get them all today, every strand. I'm going to do the front of my hair first, do all of the back, and then come back and do the front again. I do have my little brush, and I'm going to use that, but I'm also going to get in with my fingers, y'all, because like I said, I want to get every strand. Make sure I stay in frame, y'all. But if I go out of frame, it's because I'm looking in the mirror that's behind the camera. So make sure that I get everything. And I believe I have enough to cover every strand of my whole head. But y'all, the priority is the front, where I have most of my grays. But I have grays all throughout. And y'all, I'm going to cover everything. I think I'm gonna come through. I have a comb too. Let me do the bigger side first and come through and just comb. Y'all, we gonna get it off. I ain't even playing. I wish I had quieter gloves, y'all, but I don't. And I mean, I'm gonna double and triple down. So I want to get the top of the hair, and I'm gonna come underneath and get the bottom also. And I have a lot, y'all. I can be heavy-handed. I can actually be heavy-handed with this because I believe I do have enough to cover everything. But like I said, my focus is going to be the front of my hair. And y'all know me in parts. Y'all know me in parts. My hair is like stripped. I shampooed it twice with that Afro-G. And to me, in and of itself, it's not stripping, especially if you only shampoo once. And I'm sorry, y'all. Maybe I should try to lean this way. That'll help me stay in frame. Y'all, but my hair, yeah, it's it's clean. It's clean. So I am glad to be recording and uploading any kind of hair content, even though I know it was supposed to be the alphabet series. Something tell me y'all probably want to see this more than y'all want to see me using the herbal essence products, which you still gonna see it, but you know, I think it's better to start off with this. Matter of fact, speaking of starting off, Happy New Year. So it is January 2nd. And I almost thought about doing this yesterday, y'all, almost. But then I was like, I was like, nah, we gonna wait one more day. And that's what we doing, waiting one more day. And I'm really, if it look like I'm piling and slathering, I'm piling and slathering, especially in the front. Especially in the front. Now, like I mentioned, this is a mix of henna and indigo. The first time I did this, I did the henna by itself, and then I came back and I did the indigo by itself. And I like the way the results came out. But when I rinsed out the henna, of course, it was all of the reddish tones, which, you know, was fine because I knew I was going to come back with the indigo to darken my hair because I don't want the red and orange hair. That's not what I'm going for. I'm going for very dark brown or even black hair, if I can get it. And I think after repeated applications over the months and the years and stuff, like if I stick with this and keep doing it, because y'all know you can't trust me to come back and do nothing. But if I stick with it and keep with it, at some point I might be able to get the black hair that I want. And I just want it because I never had black hair, like completely black hair, and I just want to see how it looks. I know the first time that I did the henna and the indigo treatment, y'all, the difference. I did not realize how much my grays was graying until I put those comparison pictures. Y'all, wow. That's all I can say is wow. But to me, maybe I didn't apply enough of the treatment. Maybe I didn't let it sit long enough. Maybe the brand, you know, or whatever. Or maybe it's just because my hair grows fast like that. But I started seeing them grays like creeping through. I'm going to say probably, I don't even know if it was a month. Like the first time I saw it. The first time I saw the grays creeping through. It wasn't even a month. But it wasn't really, you know, like noticeable. So I did that back in September, and this is January. But I'm going to say probably by the middle of November, I could have did another treatment. And it could have been several factors, like I said. And I know you don't always get every strand on your first try, even though I thought I did. See, I'm so glad that I put the castor oil like all over my face because I know I'm the one to get it everywhere, y'all. My hair is in disrepair, like for real. My hair is in disrepair, and it's going to take for me coming back on YouTube and doing some natural hair videos to get me to pay attention to my hair and get it like it's supposed to be. Because right now, it's definitely not like it's supposed to be, because I just haven't been spending dedicated time with my hair. I know what I forgot to put in here. And I just use my hand instead of the brush just now. But another thing I said I was going to do differently than the first time is that I was going to put some essential oils in this mix. Y'all, because this mix smells very earthy. And see, if my hands wasn't messed up, I would have went in and got it. I was going to put peppermint and orange in here to try to help with the smell, because the smell didn't bother me at first. But y'all, after a few days, I applied the henna. I rinsed it out. That's all. I just rinsed it out. I didn't use a cold wash or nothing like that, which I seen some people do. And then I did the indigo, and I rinsed that out. And I didn't use any kind of shampoo or cold wash or nothing. But see, after like the second day or the third day, I don't know, y'all, go back. At some point, I used some Camille Rose cold wash to just try to, y'all, to see if it could like help with that smell. Because it was just a little bit too early. Like, it was, I don't know, okay for me if it was just me. But going out in public, and I don't know, y'all, maybe I might have been the only one that could smell it, but you know how you smell something or you sense something and then you think everybody else sense it? I was like that, y'all. So maybe after a couple of days, I did the cold wash, and y'all, that wasn't enough. But I think I waited I don't know, 3, 4, 5 days. I waited a good amount of days before I actually shampooed my hair, because I didn't want to do anything, y'all, that would risk you know, like washing out the dye, diluting the dye, messing up the dye after I had just put it in. And you're working with natural ingredients, so you know, and plus it was my first time, you know, being overly cautious and stuff like that. But this is my second time. I'm a little bit more confident. So the first time I did this, all I used was the henna, and all I used was the indigo. Oh, I did add the aloe vera to the henna. I don't know if I added it to the indigo. Maybe I did, but I did add the aloe vera because I wanted my hair to not start off being dry and dry it out. It still was dry, but I'm thinking the aloe vera helped. This time I put a little bit more aloe vera, and I also added neem powder and amla powder. So we're gonna see if that makes a difference. Does that help the dye to set more? Does it help the color to stay longer? You know, we're gonna see, because my hair grows pretty fast, and we gonna see from the root. You know, we do not have issues growing our hair. A lot of times what we have issues with is length retention. So growing our hair come from the top, length retention come from the bottom. So you definitely, you know, we all know that our hair is growing, because if you do any kind of treatment or any kind of whatever to your hair, you know your hair grow, because you got to reapply that treatment. And ain't nothing wrong with that. I'm just saying, I'm making a point that you know your hair is growing. Because if it wasn't, then you wouldn't have to reapply the treatments. So, just like I'm reapplying this treatment, because them grades done grew out. There wasn't no fading. I mean, you know, the dye didn't disappear, because it's still on all the rest of my hair. Like, I still see the red, like the reddish brown strands. I still have those, and it's still on my hair. So it's because my hair grew out. See, look, y'all see all that right there? Yeah, baby. We're gonna get all that out cool. All right, I keep trying to remember to come this way so I can stay in frame. But yeah, y'all, I'm gonna have all this all this gonna be covered up, and I am not sparing anything. If I run out of the dye, like towards the back of my hair, y'all look, I don't even care. I just want to make sure that I cover the front, all of the front, every strand of the front, no strand left behind in the front. And I'm hoping that I'm staying in frame so y'all can see this. But look, forgive me, y'all, but I got to concentrate on what I'm doing. And if it means I'm gonna have a green forehead for a few days, y'all, I'm gonna be sporting that green forehead, because I want to make sure that I cover every strand with this dye, with this henna. And see, this time I'm doing henna and indigo in the first step, and then also coming back with the indigo in the second step. Oh, see, I knew something wasn't right. I'm trying to comb too many sections together. Okay. All right. Yeah, but like I was saying, I'm hoping that mixing the indigo with the henna in the first step will really help me to get these darker strands. And y'all know what I'm gonna do when I come back to do the front again. Like I parted it front to back this way. When I come back, I'm gonna part it down this way, y'all. We are going to make sure that we get everything. And I want this to sip and soak and marinate and everything else. Let me make sure that I got the back, like all of this back here. And I'm going to come back through with a little bit. I also read and watched videos too where giving yourself a massage also helps to make sure that you're getting every strand by massaging it in. And I'm gonna come back and I'm gonna do that too. But for right now, let me twist this up and move this out the way. Y'all know y'all been hearing more plastic than voice probably. And I'm sorry about that, but that is one of several reasons why I'm going to go ahead and do the rest of this off camera. And then I'm going to come back and show you with it all done. The plan is to sit under the hairdryer, y'all, if my hairdryer works. Because y'all know I tried that last time and I was under the hairdryer for about 2 minutes and that sucker cut off on me. But I'm going to put it on medium because I need some heat. And try to do that for 2 hours or at least until it's time to go pick up my car. Which is why I got to hurry up and finish the rest of my hair now. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, I am back. I have completely applied the henna plus indigo as my step 1. This is how I'm looking in the front, and as I explained before, I did the front of my hair, I did the back. Hopefully y'all can see that. Hopefully I'm in frame. Y'all can see that. So, and hopefully I didn't miss any spots. Y'all tell me, let me know if I missed any spots. So I did the back of my hair, and then I came back and did the front again. This is just 4 sections twist, not 2-strand twist, but just twist. And I have them sitting on top of my head. I'm going to put on my shower cap, y'all, and this is the last. Oh wait, hold on. What did I do last time, y'all? Did I do the saran wrap first? And then well, look, I'm gonna do this shower cap. Put this over my ears. And y'all, I'm telling you, I know it's possible that you can miss some strands and stuff, but I'm telling y'all, if the front of my hair, even if one strand is missed, I'm gonna be surprised. This is very messy, y'all. This is very messy. But this time I got more mess on me than on the floor. The floor, was not affected for the most part. I might, you know, you might see like a flake or something like that, but for the most part, all of the mess is on the counter and the sink where I could clean it up. I got fancy on y'all. I got green saran wrap this time instead of the clear. I was looking all over for the clear saran wrap, y'all. Why it was right here underneath the bathroom cabinet. But I went downstairs and I got some more saran wrap. So, and this is always difficult for me doing this by yourself. This whole thing is very messy and very difficult. If you had somebody doing this with you or somebody doing it for you, I think that would be a lot better. Y'all, why do I still have the wrap in the box? How about I take it out the box? Make it a little bit easier for me to at least, hold on, let's see. Now, and I have a lot of saran wrap, so I don't have to spare it. I can go, and I think last time I went around, I might have went around like 3 times. Hold on. Okay. All right, I think that's enough. Right there. I think that's enough. And this, all right, make sure all of the back is done, and then just kind of fold it over on the top, because I have the shower cap on under this. Fold this up, y'all, so I can see, because I need to be able to see. Hold up. All right, but I still want to, you know, I want to trap in that heat, y'all, all the way down. All the way. Uh-oh, look, I done lifted it up a little bit. But need to get a little, at least the bottom of my ear, y'all, free. Because something up here got to be able to breathe. And it sure ain't going to be my scalp. It ain't going to be my forehead either, y'all. Look, my eyebrow snatched. Hold up. Let's relieve the eyebrow just a little bit. Not too much, but just a little bit. This is a little bit thicker shower cap. So instead of being 10 for $99, these is 5 for $99. So a little bit thicker. I want the back to be covered, but if I tied it in the back, that might help. Just a little twist and tuck under the back. Y'all, my little Timu thing. And guess what I forgot? I forgot my little Timu ear covers. That would have came in handy, but I did have the castor all over. It was real easy to wipe off and clean up, so that was good. I'm gonna put this on over the top. If I record me going to pick up my car, y'all, if the time ain't passed, if my hair dryer don't work and I gotta wear this out the house, because I'm not rinsing it out before it's finished. Y'all might see me with this on, going to get my car. Let me just wipe my neck and stuff. Y'all, the crop and zoom gonna be real, because when I tell you the top of my little wrinkle background is about 0.75 inches off the top of this thing. We gonna be cropping and zooming. This is step 1, applied either air dry for 4 hours, under the hair dryer for 2 to 2.5 hours. I'm about to attempt going under the dryer. After the dryer or the air dryer, I'm going to rinse this out. I'm going to make the indigo mix, and it's just indigo and warm water. I don't add any extra things to it, just indigo and warm water. And while that is setting, I'm going to be rinsing this out. By the time I finish rinsing this out, it should be the 20 to 30 minutes. Then I'll apply the indigo, wrap everything just like this. Still try to sit under the hair dryer if I can. Now for the indigo, you only have to leave it on for 45 minutes. If you want to get a rich black color, leave it on for up to 2 hours. Shampoo hair 24 hours after application. Depending on the brand that you get, make sure you read the directions, because it might be different. I believe this the indigo that I used last time, but I had a smaller pouch. This is a 1 pound bag. I think the other one was 4 ounces. And the henna, this is another 1 pound bag. But y'all remember, I had a different henna last time. And I'm so glad that I looked at the directions, because I was like, oh yeah, 3 to 4 hours, 3 to 4 hours, because that's what all the videos have been saying that I was watching. I looked on the back of my pack and it was 7 to 8 hours, twice the time frame. So you gotta pay attention to that. But this one is 3 to 4 hours. So I like this. I think I'm gonna already get this one again, because it's 3 to 4 hours instead of 7 to 8 hours. This says leave the henna on for 2 or 3 hours. Allow it to naturally dry on hair. Rinse your hair with water. Do not use a shampoo for a few hours. Now see, this is even better. So that means when I rinse out the second step, so I'm going to rinse out this first step. I'm not going to put any shampoo, cold wash, nothing like that. When I apply the indigo straight by itself and I rinse that out, this one says shampoo hair 24 hours after application. And I could do that. I can wait 24 hours to shampoo. And even when I shampoo, I think I'm going to use a cold wash. I'm going to dig through my stash and see if I have a cold wash, just something gentler, because y'all, after all of this hard work, all of the time that it take, all the mess that it take, and the mess you got to clean up, I don't want to mess it up. So yeah, all right. So here's the directions for the indigo, and this is the brand that I have. So it's $8.20. What I did, y'all, when I stopped the video and finished applying and all that kind of stuff, I got under the hair dryer. I could do 1 hour, y'all, and then I had to take a break. So I did an hour. I took a half-hour break. I did another hour. So that was 2 hours under the dryer plus an extra half hour, y'all, and then I had to rinse it out because, like I said, it is, what I just said, okay, it's 8:21, and I still need to apply the indigo and get back under the dryer for, I want to do 2 hours, y'all, but I'm probably going to do 1 hour. I got a fresh set of gloves. Y'all, I saved my saran wrap. I sure did. I had to get a new one of these shower caps, but I'm going to reuse this one. And then, of course, I have my little Timo hair towel. Here is the indigo. And let me see. Yep. Show you. You can see the dye release. You see the dye release? Let me show you. So, y'all, it's hot. This is the castor oil around my forehead and all over my face and stuff. But, y'all, it's hot. Let me just kind of show you. Let's see. This is, hopefully you can see this, my hair after rinsing out the indigo and henna mix. So y'all know the first time I did my hair, I only did henna first and then I did indigo after. This time I mixed the henna and the indigo to give me darker brown color instead of like that, just the orangey red. Now the grays are the orangey red. Those are the grays. But the rest of my hair is pretty dark. Let me just show you this side. And let's see if y'all can see. Y'all, this crop and zoom ain't gonna be nothing nice. You can see all that right there. That's where all the grays, all the orangey, that's grays. And then you see the rest is dark. I think I have all of the grays, y'all. I didn't like really check. I didn't go through and check and stuff like that, y'all, because it's hot and I'm tired. That hair dryer just wasn't nothing. Like, y'all, first it stayed on for about 2 or 3 minutes and then it cut off. But I put it on a plug that didn't have as many things, like a surge protector that didn't have as many things, and then it stayed on like the whole time. It was a stronger, more powerful surge protector, and it stayed on the whole time with no problems. I'm gonna do this one section on camera. I'm gonna do the rest of it off camera, get under the dryer, do all that, rinse it out, and then I'm gonna close out the video showing you how my hair looks with the indigo rinsed out. I got some indigo henna mix, but y'all, I had a hole in the glove and I didn't know. So That's how I got this. Like this part right here, y'all, was ripped. It had a hole in it. And I didn't know. I must have did that last time. And didn't really know. It was supposed to be 100 grams of indigo because this is just indigo. And y'all, I don't know if I have enough, so I'm going to concentrate on the roots in the front of my hair. I have my spray bottle just in case I feel like my hair drying out. Y'all, but if I come out of this and you see like the roots and the top inch or so of my hair is like dark, and then the rest of it is like regular brown, well, then y'all know what happened. I ran out of indigo. But I will have another scale by tomorrow. I ordered one off of Amazon, but y'all, I couldn't wait. I had already mixed the indigo and the henna mix, and I didn't want to put it in a freezer or try to preserve it till tomorrow. Y'all, I do a lot of these things like off the whim, and I gotta do it like while I'm doing it. So get a little bit closer so you can see. And again, I want to try to catch y'all everything. And I would take a green scalp for a few days if I'm guaranteed like full coverage. And I'm using the small end of the comb because I really trying to make sure that every strand get covered, especially by the root and by these grays, y'all. I would triple and quadruple pack it, but even though I know I gotta be careful because I don't think I have enough to like really cover everything. I like these gloves because they go all the way to the elbow. That way everything is protected. I made the mix like thick on purpose because I would rather it be thicker than be looser. But now that I'm applying it, it's applying kind of thick. And especially, see right here where all that red is? Y'all know that's where the gray is at. I'm going in extra thick. And I'm going to be going over this area multiple times with extra thick. Ooh. I did say extra thick, didn't I? I did. But I don't want to forget the back area, you know, like of my roots and stuff. I don't want to forget the back. I want to make sure I apply it there too. But this, and see, I can't really tell because I have these gloves on. So that's one thing about, you know, I can't use my hands because I don't want to have green skin. I ain't trying to be She-Hulk by the hands and everything else. By the scalp though, y'all, I'm gonna make that sacrifice. But by the hands and the fingers and stuff, no. Make sure I get the back, y'all. I don't want to forget anything. My focus is the front though, that's for sure, but I don't want to forget the back. Alright, now this last part at the top, y'all, you can see I have so much broken hair, y'all. My hair needs TLC. It needs to be loved and taken care of over like the next several months until I can get it like it's supposed to be. Well, like I want it. I ain't gonna say like it's supposed to be. I'm gonna say like I want it. I hope you kind of see what I'm doing. I hope I've been in frame enough for you to see what I'm doing and how I'm continuously going back and packing on this indigo because, y'all, I don't want them gray hairs popping up 3 weeks down the line. Because I cannot afford to do this, y'all, but only so often. The first time I did it was in the end, or toward the end of September. And today is January 2nd. So September, October, November, December. So yeah, that's about 3 months. About 3 months, yeah. And it definitely is time. Y'all, why did... And I hope I'm not, like, you know, messing this up, but I'm obviously made this a lot thicker. Oh, y'all, and I didn't put the aloe vera in this time either, so that might have something to do with it. This is just 100% indigo and warm water. That's it. No extra nothing. And see, my hair starting to dry. I feel like this might be more of a mess, and so I need to do this exactly over the sink. Right now I'm in the middle on the counter part. That's where the camera setup is, but I need to go over here, like in the sink. Over the sink, I mean, and apply the rest of this to just try to make the least amount of mess as possible, because I did good. I did pretty good with the henna and indigo mix, y'all, but this straight indigo is, I don't know, this just seems like it's more messy, and I feel like I could potentially have a green face for like a little while. Even though I put the castor oil all over my whole face, I feel like I'm gonna have a green face. Here is the first section, y'all. I think I got everything. And again, I'm going to come back to the front. After I finish the back, I'm going to come back to the front, and whatever is left over, catch these again. Y'all, I am so tired. I'm tired. I don't think I made enough indigo, but I definitely tried to focus on the front sections of my hair and, y'all, I'm so tired. The front sections of my hair where the grays were, I tried to focus on that, but this is how my hair looks, y'all. I'm not gonna pull these down. It's just a twist, like up and over, because I have to do that to wrap my hair with the saran wrap, and it just so happened that this one came down, so hopefully you can see that a little looky see, y'all. Okay. Let me get this back up, and I already took the gloves off, so I don't want to get too much stuff. And I'm gonna have probably inky hands. So just like last time, start off with a way too loose shower cap, which almost kind of helped. See, oh wait, this supposed to be a little bit more over the top. All right. I told y'all I saved it, which I did. Now, we're going to see how much of it that I actually could use, or if I'm going to have to get another piece. Now, I'm not going to lie to you. This green one, the greens separate a little bit better than the clear. Because y'all know how sometimes when saran wrap, once it like bunch up and fold over, like that's it. It's too hard to separate. Well, at least in my experience. This one comes loose pretty quick, but it also like bunch back up real quick. So let me try to start, and I always start, you know, further down on the back of my neck, because I can always come back, you know, and build it up, but I like to have it down and then come around and lift it up. I'm just trying to separate this so I could cover as much as possible. This is much easier when it's still on a roll and you're wrapping it around. Okay, so just do this and I'm gonna fold this down over the top. All right. So now I have this. Because the last time when I was under the dryer, y'all, and I know I'm just exposed a little bit, but having my ears even half covered, because remember, like, I uncovered half of my ear, but even having it half covered and being under the dryer, y'all, I couldn't do it. Then we have this shower cap that we have. I'm kind of pulling that down in the back too, because I think I'm pretty much covered in the front. And I put this over the top. And I had this around my neck. I think I did a community post just showing, you know, just showing me under the dryer. And I had this around my neck just to like protect my neck. Well, I had it diagonally, so it was better. But just having this to protect my neck in case anything drip. And y'all, now this is what I'm looking like, and I'm gonna get under the hair dryer for as long as I can stand it. Even if I end up like some kind of way taking a nap or whatever, I have to get up and rinse the rest of this out my hair. Y'all, so my car wasn't ready today. It'll be ready tomorrow at the end of the day. My fitness Friday, y'all, this was the fitness Friday. I didn't have my watch on, so I don't know about step count, calories, whatever. But this was my fitness Friday, like for real. Today is January 2nd, so January 1st was the last day of my 30-day challenge of carnivore / ketovore. And I started off real well, y'all, but I went completely sideways about halfway into it. I lost 5 pounds, which is good, but it was a lot of up and down and up and down and up and down. So that is done and over with. I will be doing it again. I am going to not label my diet, but I'm going to say it'll be keto, between keto and ketovore. That's what I'm going to focus on eating, but like forever. So transitioning from the standard American diet, which is sad, like literally and figuratively, it's sad. Transitioning from that diet. And isn't it something how when you eat healthy, or when you remove junk food, overly processed, highly refined foods, you eating natural whole foods, that's called a diet. And it's given a negative connotation when you eat healthy. But when you eat junk food, that's regular. Okay. Step 1 was henna and indigo together. This is step 2, straight up indigo. I should have added that aloe powder, y'all. I should have added that aloe powder. I noticed the difference, and I just don't like the way my hair feels. I made the mix too thick. And yeah, y'all, I'm just trying to get through this. I'm just trying to finish it and get through it. Y'all, this real. This is real. I ain't sponsored by nobody, so I don't have to like put on no show or smile when I don't want to and all that kind of stuff, y'all. This is like real life. That's what 2026 is gonna be for me, for this channel. It's gonna be real life, y'all. Sometimes it's gonna be happy. Sometimes it's gonna be sad. Sometimes it's gonna be frustrated. Sometimes it's gonna be exciting. Sometimes it's gonna be, you know, whatever, but it's always gonna be real. So let me get under the dryer if I can stand it. No matter what, at least 2 hours. And let's see, right now it is 9:35 p.m. So I will have this in my hair at least until 11:35. Hopefully some of that time under the hair dryer. So all right, ladies and gentlemen, I am finally done with the whole henna and indigo treatment. The only thing I have to do is tomorrow night or Sunday morning is to wash my hair with shampoo. I have rinsed out the indigo, and I'm gonna give you a quick look at this, y'all. It is like 12:10 a.m. So I just want to show y'all, and there's nothing in my hair except for water. And yeah, y'all, I didn't even have time to put back up my little wrinkle background, y'all. It's too late to be trying to be, I ain't even gonna say trying to be cute, because you know I don't even be doing that, but it's too late for all that. So here is what my results look like after rinsing out the indigo. I still see some red highlights, and that's basically covering up my grays. But what I do know about this dyeing process is that over the next 2 or 3 days, my hair will continue to darken. So the indigo and the henna will continue to do its work, and we'll see in a few days what the final color is. But it's very dark. Like at this moment, it looks like all of the grays are covered. They're at least red or a highlighted brown, so not gray. Just, you know, and my hair's starting to dry out a little bit right now. My hair feels like, you know, when you wash your hair with African black soap and that feel after you rinse it out, that's what my hair feels like. But I'm not going to do anything to it. Let me try to, y'all, look with these parts, y'all, with these parts. So just looking at this part down the middle of my head, the hair right there, that's where a lot of grays and stuff were focused, and it still looks to me more red than black, but maybe it'll get a darker brown over the next few days. We're gonna see. But right now, y'all, I'm just gonna twist this up, just like I said in the previous segment and previous videos, in the community post, the YouTube shorts. Y'all, like, I'm serious. I'm just gonna twist this up. And I really need to I need some bobby pins. So I'm just gonna twist this and then just bring this twist over here and that twist over there with some bobby pins. And I'm gonna put my my other towel, hair towel, y'all, whatever the name is, because my Timu animal towel, y'all, it's a little dirty. It's a little dirty, so I don't want to put that on my hair. But I do have a plain white one. I think that was like the hair turban or something, y'all. It came out like a long time ago. Everybody was getting them. I have just a plain white one, so I'm going to use that to tie up my hair. That'll help it to dry out also. And then everything rinse clean, so I'm hoping that I don't have any leftover indigo in my hair. Here's the hair turban thing, but I need to find some bobby pins. So I'm just gonna put this right here, y'all, nothing fancy. Take this one and put this right here. Again, nothing fancy. Take this part goes in the back. Make sure I have enough cover in the back. Twist this a couple times, and then you have like this little loop, and there's a button on the back. Oh, here it is on this side, a button on the back. Yo, and this is what we're gonna be working with for tonight. Tomorrow I'll take my hair down and see if it's dry. I still don't want to do anything to it until after I do the shampoo. And the directions say for the indigo that I had, that I can shampoo my hair after 24 hours. I might try to do a cold wash shampoo instead of, you know, a full shampoo. But I definitely want to do a cleanser of some sort, and then do a moisturizer something light. I'm not really gonna style my hair too much, and what I'll do is within the next 7 days I'll go ahead and do the letter H alphabet series 2025/2026. I'll do that. But yeah, y'all, this has been an event. I started I mixed the indigo and the henna mix, the first one, around 8 o'clock. I think I applied it a little bit after 1 o'clock. So I'll just say like from 1 o'clock yesterday afternoon to like 12 midnight. A lot of time is preparing the mix and letting it sit XX hours. Applying it, which seemed to take me about an hour. Then letting it sit for 4 hours. Rinsing it out, applying the next thing, all that take me another hour, then getting under the hair dryer again, or air drying for another 2 hours. That's where most of the time comes in. But I have it done, y'all. I'm too tired right now to even say whatever. I don't see no grays, so I like the results for that. I don't see any grays, but we'll see over the next few days. Y'all, this is my scale. I haven't made it, but this is my scale that died on me. See, it fell and now it doesn't turn on at all. This scale was working perfect until it fell on the floor. Now I had to buy another one. But y'all, I'm tired. I'm going to get under the fan. I'm going to give me something to drink because I'm so thirsty and I'm so tired. Thank y'all for hanging out with me during this whole process. Check out the first set of videos when I did the henna and indigo mix the first time, and just compare what I did the first time to what I did this time. I'm going to compare my results color-wise to see if I want to continue doing the henna and indigo in the first step and then following with the indigo, or is it enough just to do the henna in the first step and then do the indigo in the second step. I'm going to figure all that out, y'all, over time. By the next time I do my hair like this with the henna and indigo treatment, I'll have figured out what I want to do. But y'all, it's time to go to bed. Ladies and gentlemen, that's all I have for this video. Please remember to subscribe to my channel. Click that notifications bell. Make sure it is set to all. Like, comment, and share with everyone you know. And until next time, be safe, be well, and be blessed.